Hello, legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 284. As you can probably see over my beautiful face, I'm at the limit of tiredness. Not only the Monday last week was very difficult for me, so a couple of days prior to Monday, I already had a little bit of slippage and didn't sleep well, going late to bed. And then on Monday, which was 19th of June, I drove all the way to Shannon, close to midnight, to pick my mother and my brother because they were flying in, so to spend a little bit of time with us. And obviously, they were landing after midnight. Uh, we spent some time before they got out of the plane, and we could, drive off. And eventually, when we came from Shannon to Donegal town, we were at about 5:20, 5:30 a.m. So all night was gone pretty much. I went to bed, but it was probably about 4 hours sleep, if at all. And it took from there because our kind of home schedule was a little bit destroyed because, we wanted to spend some time to the late hours with my mother and my brother. I was because we were spending a lot of time. Well, I was kind of juggling between work and family and those activities. I didn't have time for recording and blogging, but yet I still had to do that by midnight. So I was usually doing that around 10 11 p.m. In the evening, and you know, lo and behold, I was always going to sleep around 1 2 o'clock in the morning. So very short sleeps, improper sleeps, and they just started piling up and up until I dropped the both of them to the airport in Knock, which is kind of halfway to Shannon, so it was at least a bit closer. And they flew away, but it was this week's Monday, and then I had a lot of stressful work ahead. 2 days of preparation for audit, which happened yesterday. If you want to uh, get the relation, or I would say a report from my day yesterday, then you can check this up on the podcast or on the blog. Obviously, I can't provide any details, neither what I was doing, but in terms of the audit itself, but I kind of described the whole day yesterday. So that was yesterday. A huge, you know, baggage and stress was lifted off my shoulder, and I was really happy to get through that audit. And today I'm again in the office, which is very tiring because I was driving from Donegal to Dublin yesterday and back, and now again today. So this is my last travel today for a long time, I hope, probably at least 2 3 weeks maybe. So it will be very difficult and challenging. I expect to do that in stages, so I might not be driving all the way to Donegal in one shot because I'm afraid I might actually start, napping or falling asleep. So I need to be very careful and on the safe side. So I'll be going live on TikTok to get people, keep me awake. Engagement in the morning live on TikTok was unusually low, pretty much close to zero. So I hope more people will tune in this evening because I really need the community to, ask me questions, keep me engaged and awake during that drive. The only thing I can do really from body perspective, I'll probably do something that I don't really like, and I wrote about it in today's blog post. Uh, I might drink, energy drinks, one or two, to provide a little bit of that boost. Not sure how my body will react. I would expect it should be efficient because I don't do any energy drinks for probably 2 years or maybe more. And today we had a nice kind of lunch in the office as well as some other extras. And I actually consumed two Cokes, which I don't remember when I drank Coca Cola last time. It was probably around the same time that I stopped drinking energy drinks, or even earlier than that. So I have a lot of sugar in me. We'll see if it is advantageous or not, but I can feel my head is, you know, not in the place it should be when I drive. So, yeah, I will be on the safe side. I'll probably be late at home because I'd rather be late and safe than, you know, try to push for it and end up in a bad scenario. So, yeah, today's blog post has a couple of updates. You can check this up on the bluntforcehealing.com. And this episode is both on Spotify audio and video, as well as on all other podcast platforms like Apple, Google, Stitcher, I think, Overcast. You can find it anywhere in audio, but in video it's always on Spotify and on YouTube. So feel free to check this up. If you're just listening, you can see my beautiful face here. Well, nothing fancy, and nothing interesting. But if you prefer to see a person speaking rather than just listening, that's why I do the video updates as well. So that's it for today. Let me hit the road and get to sleep ASAP and survive tomorrow. There's a lot of meeting tomorrow, but most of the stress went out after the audit, so I'm not afraid of that Friday as I was a little bit of that Wednesday. So 3 hour drive and sleep tomorrow's day, and I'll record something tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. I'll update tomorrow and we'll see how it goes. But I need to hydrate a lot, put a lot of sugar away from my diet, at least for a long while, to recover properly and get the regular sleep, regular schedule. So thank you very much for being understanding that those recent updates are a little bit on the side of me being tired and maybe talking a little bit gibberish, but I have an idea about how to make it a little bit more interesting. Not sure if it will pan out, but yeah, I need to put body first and my head first and get on the right track before I make any changes. I think today I managed to do all the satellite habits, so 10-day streak on Elevate and 175. Sorry, what? Not 175. 755 days on Duolingo. I don't remember the numbers for Duolingo Math and Mimo because they are not round or half round. They're just some random numbers, so I don't know them from the top of my head, but you can check in the blog at the bottom of the blog post. There's always screenshot with the streak of each of 4 apps that I use as a satellite habits. I'm closing on the 100k challenge as well. So some of you know already that I participate in the challenge to raise the breast cancer awareness and raise a little bit of money, and it's 100 kilometers in 30 days. last year, because we were moving and the life was a little bit, you know, chaotic. I didn't manage to do full 100k. I did probably 87 or 89. So this year I said that I'm fully in, and yes, I crossed the 100k barrier. I think on 15th of June, and I'm very close to get 200 before the end of month. So keep fingers crossed and stay tuned for tomorrow. See ya.